Welcome back to NC Sports Weekly News. Major events on the water. It's the Transpac 2013. Top contenders in the classic offshore race from San Pedro, California to Honolulu. The very best under-19 sailors met in Cyprus for the ISAF Youth World Championships. Vladimir Lyubomirov and the Brun-and-Osik team win the Gazprom Swan 60 Worlds in Cows. AC34 update. Emirates Team New Zealand wins a second match against the Luna Rossa. Plunge into the action with NC Sports. It's a race full of tradition and history. It's one of the most prestigious classic offshore regattas in the world, dating back to 1906. It's the Transpac Race 2013 from San Pedro, California to Honolulu, Hawaii. Over 40 vessels split into 9 different classes took on the 2,225 nautical mile challenge westward on the Pacific route in light wind conditions, as some pretty big names in sailing also joined the fray. In Division 1, Invisible Hand took first place on corrected time ahead of Wizard, with Pika Fiery on tactics, and closely followed by New Zealand's 100-foot Ragamuffin in third, by Peligroso and by Italy's POR 70 Maserati, skippered by pro sailor Giovanni Soldini, and with Fiat Chrysler owner John Elkin on board as tailor. Open 60 Trimaran Lending Club of the USA, skippered by Ryan Breimeyer, finished first in real time, tallying 5 days, 11 hours and 52 minutes, just short of the Transpac record. First monohull across Diamond Bay and into Honolulu was Bob Hayward's Seastream 650 Manatea, completing the race in just under 6 days. Past winners include such legends as Coots, Dixon, Ainsley, Sensini, Percy, and many more. It's the ISAF Youth World Championships 2013 for boys and girls under 19, and 350 of the best young sailors from 61 nations met in Cyprus to fight for gold, silver, bronze, and possibly a future place in professional sailing. A 50 to 25 knot pump kept spirits high throughout the 5-day event in Limassol, and in the 420 boys category, Brazil inched to the top with Brito and Knipe, while Smith and Clark with 5 wins took gold for Australia in the girls division. Kieran Martin of the UK took gold in the boys RSX with a full 23-point lead built on 10 placements and 4 wins, confirming a rising star status. While in the girls, China's Louis Yungshu set back both Italy and Holland. Lina Flemhost had few rivals in the girl laser radials, clinching gold with a hefty 40-plus margin, and Juanqui Perdomo takes his winning medal back to Puerto Rico in the boys category. Kiwi gold for McCarty and Wilkinson in the SL16 co-ed class with 6 wins in 13 races, while in the 29ers for boys, Roal and Amorosa raced with little opposition to also win a gold for France. As in 2006, Italy took home the Nations Trophy at these ISAF 2013 Youth World Championships, followed by Australia and New Zealand by a handful of points on the scoreboard. For the full report with results, interviews, and highlights from Cyprus, check out this week's edition of NC Sports Top Story. With 6 first places over the 12 scheduled races, Vladimir Lyubomirov and his Russian Brun-and-Osik team win the inaugural Gazprom Swan 60 World Championships on the waters of the Solent. Second place honors went to the crew of Knights of Krevishon, helmed by Sir Peter Ogden, while another Russian team, Tsar Peter, took third.
Held every other year by the legendary Royal Yacht Squadron in Cowes for mid-July, the event is also hosted by Salvatore Ferragamo's Nautical Swan and includes long-distance coastal racing for owner, helmsmen, and their crew. A light and responsive yacht, the Swan 60 is built on a new low-drag hull design and is built in advanced materials resulting in improved seaworthiness. This yacht can unfurl up to 450 square meters of sail area downwind and is definitely an action-packed cruiser racer with that very special and unique Swan quality and comfort. Dockside Talk in Cowes was all about the new Russian challenge to the next America's Cup number 35, set for 2017. A recent agreement between the St. Petersburg Yacht Club and oil conglomerate Gazprom is paving the way for a new sailing revolution in the Russian Federation, one that will foster the promotion and the development of the discipline, both at the professional and grassroots level.
Now the goal is to prepare a team who can go to America's Cup. If we will do it, if we will successful in that, we will go to the Cup with Gazprom supporting.
The Masters of Foiling were at it again in the second real race of this makeshift Louis Vuitton Cup in San Francisco last Sunday, after another week of racing solo for both Kiwis and Italians, and as the event still waits for the new Artemis Racing Blue boat. Unlike the first match, Dean Barker and his All Blacks did not dominate on the start line, as Chris Draper and his Azzurri held their own. While Luna Rossa's progress was evident and time deficits were cut in half, speed and handling differences were still apparent as Emirates' team built its advantage by 20 seconds on each mark and also adding impressive downwind foiling dive. A broken clip and a dropping staysail brought some drama halfway through the race, potentially opening the door for an upset. But here again, the New Zealanders handled the minor inconvenience with superlative seamanship, quickly removing jib number 9 and calmly releasing it overboard for their support ribs. In spite of the reduced sail surface, Emirates' team lost very little speed on the maneuver for the remainder of the course, thus still managing to cruise into victory with a 2-minute and 19-second advantage on Luna Rossa.
Was that the guys did a really good job to address the situation, deal with it, and we got back into the race pretty quickly. So, a couple of things we probably could have done better, but the way the guys responded and then settled back into it was good.
We sailed much better compared last week. Obviously, we actually felt quicker compared to them when they had the jib up. So we did a lot of tests without the jib when we were in Auckland. And if you are in foiling condition, you are definitely probably faster downwind. Unfortunately, it's not like the old boat when you lose the jib, when the jib goes off the lock, you're going to slow down quite a lot. With this boat, you keep going.
Artemis is not expected to be in racing condition for at least another week, with more solo races on the calendar until the next Emirates versus Luna Rossa match. Yet one thing is already pretty clear. Watch out, Oracle. New Zealand has again confirmed all expectations as likely winner of the LVC and is now the most dangerous challenger to the 34th America's Cup. Stay tuned to all NC Sports editions for more inside stories on this new quest for the old mug. NC Sports, plunge into the action.